This is easy work. Writing affirmations, easy. Getting up in the morning and the first thing you do, visualizing, easy. Visualizing as you fall asleep, easy. Catching yourself throughout the day, being a victim, and getting back into the creative power that you're a creator, you're not a victim, that's easy. These are the things that are going to shift your life 360. I already told you all about when I started doing this. The bus stop instance, that's one of my key moments. Around that time when I realized I was an angry black woman. I realized I was a hurt, angry black woman. In the comment section, I want you all to share what is a way that you plan on reconnecting with nature so you can open up your creative juices, so you can tap into your inner creative genius, because you are a creator. You're the one who creates your reality. You're the co-creator of your reality. Along with the universe, along with God, along with the higher forces, you are the co-pilot. If you need some inspiration, how are you going to reconnect with nature? And there's no excuses anymore, because Mercury is direct now. Mercury was in retrograde, but now it is direct. So you know how you can blame it on Mercury, like, oh, the bus didn't come, I missed my flight, the call dropped, we had an argument. Blame it on Mercury. Charge it to Mercury. You can't do that anymore, even though there's a shadow thereafter it gets direct. Okay, I love sunbathing in the backyard, looking at the sky and listening to the birds talking. Perfect. Perfect. Can I have some more examples of how you all plan on reconnecting with nature? Hugging a tree even. Sunbathing, like she said. Grounding on some grass. Taking a walk on a beach. Dipping in a lake, dipping in an ocean. Taking a hike on a mountain. This is how you're going to tap back into your creative source. Who wants to be optimistic today? Who's ready to be optimistic today? Who's ready to get what they want? Being a realist doesn't get you what you want. I'm going to tell you that much. I'm going to tell you that much right now. Being a realist does not get you what you want. It gets you what you have. So, if you are okay with what you already have, then go on ahead and keep being a realist. The only thing that's really going to get you what you want to attain is being optimistic. You need that optimism and that positivity to fuel your faith and your belief, because faith and belief are the seed. It's the seed. There are seeds I planted years ago that just began to grow. And when I say that, I'm meaning like when people didn't understand what I was doing. For instance, my mother, she saw me with the crystals and tapping into my spirituality and lighting candles. And, I was deep in my awakening era. She didn't understand it then, years ago. But now, she's like, Chova, I find a crystal on Amazon. It said it means this, that. My mom's Trini. I'm like, yeah, okay. In the back of my mind, I'm like, But when I was doing it, I was strange. When I was doing it, I was making you feel uncomfortable. So seeds are important. It's important. And faith and belief are your seeds. This is how you grow your dream. This is how your dream grows into a tree. You need the seed. All right? And the way you water your seed is with positivity, optimism, knowing it's going to happen for you, even if you don't see any evidence. Knowing believing it is going to happen for you. I'm not doing this meditation because it's a form of, because this is called Manifest a Million meditation. I'm not doing it because of that. I'm doing this meditation because you need it. You need this meditation. You have to do your meditation, guys. You have to do your visualizations. It's the way you mold your reality. Practicing meditation, seeing yourself being in that position of retirement, of making $250,000 from quick weaves and hairstyles, of making 50K months from your videography and photography businesses. Visualizing is how you begin to create that reality. And you have to take a moment every morning and every night. And are you all still doing affirmations as I told you? I told you all to do this. I tell you all to do this all the time. But I really reminded you all to do it the last time. Are you still doing writing your affirmations in the morning and night? You see, this is the problem. That's why you need to be held accountable. That's why you need to be in my programs. At least if you do Moon Magic, you're accountable for 28 days. If you do Manifest a Million Meditation, you're accountable indefinitely because we do it every day. Or even if you just go to my YouTube and do the meditations there. You don't have to be a part of the program. You can just go to the YouTube. There's a bunch of meditations there. But you need a partner. You need somebody to hold you accountable because this is what's going to render you the success you desire. You have to be consistent. You can't just plant a seed and not water it. It needs the water. It needs the sun. And the sun and the water is you doing the visualizations, is you writing your affirmations and maintaining positive thoughts throughout the day. That optimism. We are not realists here. We're optimists. We have imagination. Creators. We create our destiny. When something doesn't go our way, we do not get upset. We reflect back. What did I think? What did I do? Subconsciously, what did I give energy to that allowed me to be in this situation I don't care for in this moment? That is what a true creator thinks and acts like. Accountability. So if any given moment you find yourself blaming someone else or pointing the finger, you're out of your creative zone. You're out of your creative power. Are you a creator or are you a victim? But somebody else did it to me. Did they do it to you or did they do it for you? It happened. It happened. Whatever happened that made you upset, that you felt violated about, disrespected about, it happened. We can't deny that. It happened. Someone did something to you, they offended you, they disrespected you, they abused you. Whatever it was, it happened. You can't deny that. But what you can do is control the way you perceive it. So did they do something to you or did they do something for you? That is the difference between the mindset of a creator or a victim. You can't blame your mom, your dad anymore. You can't blame your ex. All you can do is shift your thoughts around it. You can't blame your employee or your employer. You cannot blame them. When you are in your creative zone and you're ready to take control of your life, being a true creator is one who takes full accountability. So I want you to catch yourself today. If you find at any moment, because this is how you start getting into your creator zone. This is how you become the boss, the big boss of your life. You start beginning accountability. You start being accountable. That's how you get in your creative zone. That's how you become the big boss of your life. So I want you to catch yourself throughout this day. I want you to catch yourself. Whenever you find yourself getting upset at someone cut you on the street, you're driving and someone cut in front of you. All of that. Yeah, it's tough. But this training really helps you to become more powerful. It helps you to become more powerful, I'm telling you. So you have to catch yourself throughout the day. Anytime you find yourself about to be a victim, get angry or upset at someone else. Say, that's not my reality. Snap. That's not my reality. I'm a creator. I'm running this boat here. And see what lesson you're supposed to get from that. You're driving, someone cuts you off. What can you get out of that? Okay, so for one, you're not in an accident, so you can get some gratitude from it. That's for one. Two, oh, I'm a defensive driver. I'm grateful for that. I'm aware. I'm grateful for that. Injecting gratitude. That's how you get into the creative zone, into the creator, the big boss zone. Injecting gratitude because you knew that you created, you attracted that experience somehow. By the way, text million to 404-595-6216 right here. So you can be on my text list. You can know about my events, about my discounts, my promos. Any of you all in Atlanta? Because I am beginning to shoot my new YouTube. It's called FemU, meaning Feminine Universe, Feminine You, like my conference, Feminine You. But my YouTube is FemU. So I'm going to be shooting FemU weekly. And I want to invite some special people to come participate in the recording of my podcast. So text million to 404-595-6216 because I'll be sharing information there about that, how you can be invited. But that is how I'll be getting in contact with you all. This is easy work. Writing affirmations, easy. Getting up in the morning and the first thing you do, visualizing, easy. Visualizing as you fall asleep, easy. Catching yourself throughout the day, being a victim, and getting back into the creative power that you're a creator, you're not a victim, that's easy. These are the things that are going to shift your life 360. I already told you all about when I started doing this. The bus stop instance, that's one of my key moments. Around that time when I realized I was an angry black woman. I realized I was a hurt, angry black woman. That's when I started to become aware of how I would react to things. So I used to have to catch myself all the time. I'm upset. I want to get it. I was getting angry at every little thing. I was so angry. And let me tell you, I was an angry child too. Even though I was a happy child, I have a picture of me at like 10 years old. I got on a long yellow nightie. A nightie is a nightgown. That's what we call the internet, right? I had on a long yellow nightie with the cute little white frills. I'm 10 years old. And I got some big old pigtails. And in the picture, I'm like, because I was caught mid-screaming, okay? I was caught screaming. I was having a little fit. And they took a picture of me having this fit. So I've been angry. I was angry. But I had been angry before I realized I was an angry person as an adult. So this is me living my entire life not realizing I've been angry. Just because I came off pleasant and sweet and happy, there was an underlying anger going on with me that I wasn't aware of. So awareness is key. It's key to changing and becoming that 360 creator, that 360 big boss of your life. So I started to catch myself. Anytime I would find myself getting angry, I would see it, I was feeling it rumbling inside of me, and I'll start switching in my mind. Okay, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, everything's gonna work out. And I would start to train myself to see things differently. You have to train yourself. You have to train your brain. You got to train your brain. That's the only way that you're going to produce a new reality. You have to train it. So every time one of my anger fits would start to happen, like I'll find myself getting annoyed here and there, just getting annoyed all the time, just angry all the time. Any of you experience that? Where you're just like annoyed every minute? You're touchy, you don't want people doing too much around you. You're a little bothered. Any of you like that right now? Well, that's how I was. So I had to catch myself because I was tired of getting angry every second. Everything, I could think about something that'll just make me upset. So even though I was a happy-go-lucky kind of person, I had that underlying thread of anger in me. And I had to catch it. I had to start catching it. You got to start catching yourself. You have to start catching those negative thoughts. You have to start catching those emotional thoughts. You got to start catching. Stop it, puzzle. Puzzle. You have to start catching yourself. Wrap my damn couch up with tape because my cats are scratching on it and she's still getting to it. She's still getting to it. But yes, same for 30 years. Now I work hard to stay in a positive mindset. Exactly. So catching yourself, guys. You have to catch yourself. If you want to become a different person, remember, you have to become a different person for the reality you desire. Because what you're doing right now as a realist and the reality being reflected to you isn't all what you want, right? It's not all what it's cracked up to be. It's not all what you desire, right? So this means you have to become someone different for your new desired reality. How do you do that? You have to start catching your old ways. That's it. You got to start catching your old ways. Feel rumbling, percolating, yup. And those are the moments where you have to snap. That's not my reality. You have to start catching your old ways, your old thoughts. Mwah. Love you. You have to start catching your old ways, your old thoughts. You have to start catching them. And even if they're your current ways and thoughts, call them your old ways. Because you're working to a newer, better version of yourself that's going to attract the 50K that you desire, the 250,000 you desire. The reason why you have to become someone different is because if who you are today was in alignment with that money that you desire, that success, then you would already have it. So you have to work on becoming someone better, a better version of yourself, not in comparison to anyone else but you. And this begins with catching it, catching whenever those moments of anger happens, catching whenever you find yourself being reactionary, stopping yourself dead in the tracks and saying, that's not my reality. I am proactive, not reactionary. That is one of the affirmations I used to use when I was super reactionary. That's not my reality. I am proactive, not reactionary. I am proactive, not reactionary. I am proactive, not reactionary. And I would breathe myself through it. That is a tool I used, and it helped me tremendously. And to this day, I give this to my mentees, and it works for them too. Snap. Anytime you hear a negative thought, that's not my reality, and start repeating, I am proactive, not reactionary, and start thinking the thing you want to think. Start thinking about the reality you desire as opposed to what you don't want. All right? So let's go into these visualizations. It's extremely important. You guys, it's extremely important. I'm not just a meditating lady. You should be a meditating lady too. Because clearly, it works. Clearly it works. This is me in my manifested beautiful dream home.